Well, it's April 7th, and I'm just now realizing it's April. And my first video, I said that it was March, and that'll give you an idea of how fucked up my head is. But I'm headed in the right direction, and today she came back. She wanted to rummage through this bone pile that she left after her friends rampaged through here like a horde of locusts and just gathered up whatever it is that they wanted. I sat there in shock, just completely unable to accept what was happening or that it was real. And I just sat there. And they went through and they took shit that didn't belong to her. So basically they pillaged the place. They turned the kitchen into an astounding mess, but at least they didn't run off with too much shit in there. That's a whole lot of stuff that I don't have to go buy now. If I can just keep a hold of it. Dishes and silverware and pots and pans and just, something better than eating out of a can. So, a bunch of years ago, I worked in the glass industry. And for the anniversary of our first date, I made her a cast glass frog. It's pretty fair size. It's about 4 inches off the table. And it's about, I don't know, what is that, 7 or 8 inches long. Good sized frog. Came out really pretty. And on the bottom I inscribed it. It says, first in a series, because I had intended to do more. First in a series for the woman first in my heart. And guess what? She forgot it and she left it behind. And I thought that she'd left it behind deliberately, just to make sure that I understood how disposable I was. How everything about me, including everything that I'd ever made for her, was unsatisfactory. But I was wrong. One of the things that she came back to get was that frog. And she brought 2 of her largest male friends with her. And I stood in the doorway and I wouldn't let any of them pass me. And she got annoyed. And I said, why would you want that frog now? I mean, that frog is inscribed with something that I wrote from my heart to a woman that would never do this to me. A woman that cared about me. And that inscription on the bottom of there is basically a statement that, I trust that woman. And you ain't her. That ain't your frog. That's not your frog. That's a frog that I made for a woman that I trust. And you ain't her. She got a little pissed at that point. Actually, she got a lot pissed. And then I confronted her about what she was doing and how, the way that she was doing it. Hey, you could have just said months ago that you wanted to go do something else now. Hey, let's work together to find a way of minimizing the amount of hurt that we do to each other on the way out. No. She found bonus points for fucking with me in there somewhere. She found extra ways of causing me hurt. And these 2 friends of hers start looking at each other. And I brought up a few details about the things that she'd taken, including a freezer that I paid for. And I said, where is that now? And she told me that she'd given it to a friend of hers. I said, see, you want your frog back because you're entitled to it, but you want to give the freezer that I bought away because you're entitled to it. And the guys looked at each other and it's just like, yeah, seems like we may not have been told a complete story here. I'm kind of wondering what we got ourselves into. And the look on their faces was priceless. Really was. Look on her face, fucking solid platinum. I hit a nerve. I hit it square. She was furious. She left. One of the other reasons that she came over was because for some reason she left one of the cats over here. And we had 2 cats. And she took the one and she left the other one over here, and she left the other one over here knowing that she was pitching him to the curb at the same time as pitching me to the curb because I wasn't going to really have all that much way of taking care of him after the batch of cat food that we've got in there. Yes, you. Yes, you. You're okay. You get to be cute. She's not cute anymore. Yeah. That's Cheshire. He's completely black. He's a short hair. I call him my ninja kitty. And he's a terrible ninja because he comes up and announces himself and asks for petting. A ninja would never do that. So she ostensibly came back to get the cat along with her glass frog, and I kind of suspect that there were a few omissions of fact in there. She probably figured out that she had forgotten a few things, and I'll have to figure out what those few things are, because that could be entertaining.